and the concert here totally demolished. It's gone down.
We've had a really significant last couple of days, hours even, in regards to Hurricane Melissa now making the second landfall in its history, and we still have multiple days.
Within 24 hours.
With it, yeah. So we have multiple days left tracking this storm. So we appreciate you staying up with us, and as we cover the latest developments. Now, Jamaica, the sun will start to come up, and we can see the aftermath of what happened. But in this moment now, eyeing eastern Cuba, made landfall already at 3:10 this morning, moving at a much quicker clip northeast at 12 miles per hour. And that should pick up over the next 24 to 48 hours as well. So that hopefully would then limit the length and the duration of the significant impacts, such as what we've seen in Jamaica. So still at a Category 3, continued weakening expected, but still hurricane warnings in effect for the Bahamas. We could see a third landfall potentially as it moves over the Bahamas later on this evening. So it is go time. If you are in the Bahamas, a lot of those areas have already been evacuated, though, Craig. For eastern Cuba, they had about 800,000 people evacuated. And I think that's something in the United States maybe we take for granted, that we can leave these coastal
you have
areas.
a lot more land to go to.
You're on an island. There's nothing you can do but ride out the storm. And so that's the key element of concern for Jamaica right now.
Well, you think about Cuba, they got way more land. They've got the central and western half of their island to go to, whereas Jamaica's a tiny island, barely, not very long and not very wide, in fact. And when you take a look at that and you look at how Cuba's being impacted right now, I was trying to look up, I had notes on this yesterday, so I want to bring them up specifically for the island. But as far, it's like 51 miles long, I think it is, or wide. And then as far as long, it's only 145 miles long. That's for Jamaica. Cuba's much longer. We do have some terrain here, though. Terrain that will also wring out more in the way of moisture. And it's a solid jump in some of the terrain and elevation here, which will bring the rainfall rates up. And all of that has to go down to the lower lying areas. Like we saw with Jamaica, think of the southerly flow banking up against Cuba. So the water is getting pushed up against the south-facing beaches. And all that's trying to drain itself out is just backed up, which will lead to more in the way of flooding. Flash flooding will be a concern. Landslides will be a concern. So, yes, it's still Category 3, but remember, Category 3 is still major. And when you prepare for a hurricane, you prepare for a category above. So we watch closely with this one.